So our project has two main actors, the Miami Waterkeeper sysadmin user and Miami Waterkeeper regular staff. So for our demo, we will go over the main activities of both actors. So let's start with the sysadmin user. So our solution uses Microsoft Azure Synapse Analytics System and takes as a base the Miami Waterkeeper's master sample Google Sheet. As we can see here, this is their sample sheet. This sheet has information collected by their labs, including they have salinity, they have turbidity, chlorophyll, concentration, dissolved oxygen, and most importantly, the enterococci count, which is a bacteria that is harmful for swimmers in the area. Then we also use Azure Synapse. There are two ways of logging into Synapse Workspace. One of them could be through Synapse Analytics Studio, and the other one is through Azure Portal, where the user can access and manage other resources as well as monitor like charges and things like that. So let's suppose the user access through the portal. Then we will navigate to Synapse Workspace. And once you're in Synapse Workspace, on the overview, you can access Synapse Studio. So once we're in Synapse Studio, we have tables. We also have pipelines. In this case, we have different pipelines. The MWK2 samples is a pipeline that fetches the sheets from Miami Waterkeeper sample Google Sheets and save it as a CSV into the data lake. Then the same pipeline prepares and inserts all the data into our table samples. We also have three other pipelines that some of them use data flows, and they're used basically to retrieve tides, their tides and currents, rainfall, and wind from NOAA's different sites. So for example, if we go to the tides pipeline, we can see like there are different copies activities. So we needed for tides and currents, there are like 4 different variables, and then we also have 2 main locations. So it takes 8 steps to fetch that information. That's why you see like the 8 copy activities is 1 for each location, and then 1 for each variable, and then 1. So we have 2 locations. So that makes the 8. Then we also have rainfall. This is one of our main pipelines as well. Rainfall, basically it used data flows task to fetch the data from NOAA's National Center for Environmental Information. For the rainfall pipeline, we needed, or Miami Waterkeeper need 4 different stations that are close enough to their site location. That is why you see all different data flows activities. You can also see set variables for start date and end date, which it makes sense because we have schedule triggers, which like we have scheduled the pipelines, which I'm gonna talk a little bit after that. Then we also have the wind pipeline. The wind pipeline fetch data from NOAA Buoy Center. This data then is inserted into the wind table. So when it comes to our SQL tables, the information from the internet tends to be mixed and is not standardized. So in some instances, we can see like the dates, for example, is split into sections, while for others, let's say wind versus rainfall, they have everything together. So they the all the sources on the internet, they send the information in different formats, and that's why we use views. Our views, since our data is not consistent from all the different sources, as I mentioned before, we use views to prepare and format that information. Then these views basically represent the same information that is available in the tables, but in a more organized fashion. And once we have those views, we have the info in a way that we can manage the information. Okay, so each table, the way we configure this data warehouse is each table has a corresponding view, and then we also have like a super view that includes information from the sample and combines wind, combines tides and rainfall information all in one single view. After we have that concentrated in the samples view, we have another pipeline, which is samples to master plus. And basically, this pipeline, what it does is it gets the data that we have in the samples view, it pushes it to the master plus. So it creates a master plus Google Sheet in a CSV format and it put it back into Miami Waterkeeper Google Drive. Then those results are published to Google Looker Studio. That was their main visualization platform that they decide. We couldn't find like a convenient way to connect a Google Looker Studio with Synapse without incurring in additional charges. This is a Miami Waterkeeper is a nonprofit organization, so they try to keep the cost at the minimum amount. So we couldn't find like a feasible solution to connect Google Looker Studio with Synapse without using like a third party. So that's why we created the Master Plus, which I'm gonna show you here. So the Master Plus basically have all the same information for that is in our sample view, and then it feeds that information into the Google Looker Studio. This sheet though, so the Master Plus sheet will be overwritten every time the process runs. And it is very important not to change anything in this sheet, as it is accessed by Google Looker Studio, and anyone with the public link can access to this data, which is good because it's not some information that is private. It is meant to be shared with the publics and stakeholders as well. So now if we go back to Synapse, so every single pipeline is a schedule to start running on Thursday at 6. And this was requested by Miami Waterkeeper as they enter new data from Mondays to Wednesdays. And the latest they entered new data or that they update that Google Master Sheet are Thursdays in the morning. So the way we have set up is we resume the dedicated pool on Thursdays around 5:30, and then all the pipelines run, and after all the pipelines run, then it get paused again. So that way they don't, once again, they don't incur in additional charges. As a Miami Waterkeeper staff, our solutions takes a Google Sheet Miami Waterkeeper Masters document, and periodically, right now is in a weekly basis. It reads from it and then retrieve information from NOAA, different APIs, rainfall, tides, and winds, and then it combines everything and creates a new Google Sheet called Master Plus. So as the Miami Waterkeeper user, I would have access to that Master Plus directly, or I can access to through Google Looker Studio. I also know as a user that it's very important that I don't modify the Master Plus sheet, and I'm also aware that it's overwritten every time the process is it runs. So weekly, that Master Plus sheet is gets overwritten with new information. So on the Looker Google Studio, currently we have the ArcGIS style charts. We also have environmental conditions, and for each of them, me as an user or a Miami Waterkeeper user can select the date range, the location code, and they can see how the graph updates the values based on my selection. I also have safety status, which tell me whether is the water condition is optimal for swimmers, whether it's moderate or whether it fails, meaning is not a suitable condition for swimmers to stay in the water or to enter in the water. This is more visual appealing, but if I need to access like just data, I can access directly Master Plus, or once again I can access Google Looker Studio, see the different charts available, check the values. I can even like use this slides presentation on the, or this visualization from Google Looker Studio on any presentations that I need to perform or I need to share with stakeholders.